Hey, feasters, and welcome to episode 180. And I talk a lot about doing a weekly review, but I noticed I never actually told you exactly what I check, the agenda, if you will. Well, until today. Welcome to the Ask Rezzz podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm here to help you get past those bumps in the road, those struggles, those things that hold you back from building an amazing and profitable freelance business each and every single day. And to stay on top of that, you have to be doing reviews, whether it's a weekly review, a daily review, monthly, quarterly, yearly even. There's all sorts of different types of reviews. And Greg Hickman over on Instagram, I'll link up his Instagram profile in the show notes. Definitely go follow him. He's awesome. He's very approachable and he's very knowledgeable about building systems in your business. So if that's something you're looking for in scaling your business and team, Greg's your guy. But he asked me what my review and planning structure was for my weekly reviews as well as my monthly reviews, because he had a story where he talked about his quarterly reviews and his daily reviews as well. So we got to talking back and forth, and I thought I would to be honest with you, I thought I had shared the structure before on the show, but I hadn't. So I talked about it and what to do and why it's important, but I never actually outlined exactly the agenda of my weekly review. Now, a review has to be natural to you. Productivity is, like I said, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. You have to tailor it to what works best for you. So I've devised this system, this framework that fits my natural ability to get things done, right? I mean, this does stem from the GTD methodology, but I don't follow that to the T. So it's a really easy framework that fits into my weekly review, my monthly review, and my yearly review. And it's really three things. It's look back, look ahead, and execute. So in my weekly review sessions, let's start with looking back at the week. I review the sales pipeline. Clients and cash are the lifeblood of your business. You have to be ridiculously involved in it when you are heads down in a project. And supplemental to this is looking back on the revenue, the cash. This is essential to see how much came into the business. You know that you are doing well and when you're not, right? So even if it's a week where $0 come in, if you do this every single week where you look back on your revenue, you'll start to see patterns and trends in your business. If those normal patterns and trends of income start to change, well, that's maybe when you adjust what you do around your activity-based selling. After that, I run through my email box, really just with the idea of inbox zero. This is something I do during the times at which I check my email during any given day. But, well, there are times when by the weekend, which is when I do my reviews every Sunday morning, that my inbox fills up again. So, or maybe I just didn't fully clean it out. The third step in the look back process is I look back on the calls and meetings I had over the previous week. I look at the conversations that I had and I see if any of those things, maybe something came up during those conversations that changed priorities or that I need to account for. The final thing is that in the process of all of this look back is I gather up all the stickies, the notes, the things sitting in my inbox in Todoist, seeing if I need to file anything that I already haven't. The second part of it, remember, it's look back, look ahead, and execute. Well, the look ahead part is next. I pull up my calendar, which I use Google Calendar to see what's planned for the week. Every single appointment, whether it's personal or professional, goes in there. My wife has access to it, so she drops everything that she needs in there. So I know exactly what's going on each and every single week. Then I take all of those things and write them down in my weekly desk planner. This allows me to visually see what the overall day and week will look like. It forces me not to overschedule and be mindful of the energy that I'm going to have on any given day. Then I go into my project management tool and schedule out any tasks that need to be scheduled on the dedicated days they are meant for. Right? Most of the time they're already planned, but if adjustments need to be made, this is when that happens. And the final piece in the look ahead section of my review is that I look at the long-term projects. If I've already started one, then I make sure at some level the needle is moving forward on them. If it's a busy week, then I try to fit in some smaller tasks even in between everything else so that I could keep that momentum going. The final stage is really, or the final piece of the agenda stage makes it sound so huge, but it's the execute part, right? I take a final review on what the week looks like to make sure that I didn't overload any of the days. I try to make sure that I don't work on more than 3 high energy tasks per day, right? I mean, for me, the focus really happens in the morning, so I want to make sure I could get good work done during that time. Before I get up from my weekly review, I plan out what Monday morning will look like. Now, I do this on Sunday mornings. So I want to know what's going to happen Monday morning. This way, when I get up on Monday, I'm not looking around for something to do. I'm sitting down ready to tackle something. Plus, it gives my brain a little bit of time to do the behind the scenes cycling, thinking about what it is that I'm going to tackle Monday morning. Look, it's really a simple framework to remember. It's look back, look ahead, and execute. This works for me, may not work for you, but go ahead, give it a shot. In the next episode, I'm going to share with you what I do for my monthly review. If you have a question, ask Rezzz. That's me. Find me on Twitter @Rezzz or head on over to my website, Rezzz.com. And if you drop your name and email address in, I'll send you a course on how to get the best clients. And if you're on my newsletter, well, I'm going to answer your questions first and foremost. So you get priority over everybody else. Until next time, it's your time to live in the feast.